Sam O'Connor, CEO of Coconut, and we're making self-employment easier than being employed by building the ultimate accounting and tax tool for self-employed people. So you can connect Coconut to 20 different banks through our awesome partner TrueLayer and get cracking with your accounting and tax. We've got 23,000 customers, and we're putting our expertise around self-employment into supporting with a campaign we've launched for self-employed income support. I'd say this is against the backdrop of a really dire situation for businesses. I mean, the industry's moved fast to support them, but we've seen some of our customers have 100% of their income drop off, and so there's like a real need for support here. And the first thing that we realized actually was it's easy to kind of jump in with solutions, but actually the first point that we wanted to make was that the government announced support, and my context here is self-employed people who I think of as sole traders and individuals running businesses, so kind of contractors. And the government they announced their support for self-employed people, but the first thing we realized was there were some massive gaps in that support. And so we pulled together the industry players, TrueLayer, some others, Shield Pay, the Creative Industries Federation, Penfold, Huckstrey. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people in there, Freelance Club. And we focused in on these sort of 3 campaign points, really, which were the current support for self-employed people is focused on the tax returns submitted in the year 2018-19, so the tax year end ending 5th of April, which means that many people who started self-employment in the last 24 months are left out. Secondly, the payments aren't getting out to people fast enough by any stretch, and we did a survey that showed that only around 9% of people have savings to last 3 months, and the payments are going out in June. And thirdly, they completely leave out anyone who operates as a limited company who's required to by clients for risk purposes and pays himself through dividends. So we zeroed in on these 3 points as an industry, and actually that campaigning that we've done is starting to be heard by the Treasury Select Committee, who recently wrote an open letter to Rishi Sunak. I saw a letter from Sadiq Khan over the weekend as well, really zeroing in on those 3 campaign points. But what we wanted to do as well is say, actually, you know, there are things that we can do. And we had this partnership with TrueLayer. We do provide self-assessment software for, 23,000 people already. And so we took our technology and put it onto the web. It's currently in an app. And now with the help of TrueLayer, as soon as Rishi Sunak turns around and says, you know, people can submit their 2019-20 self-assessment for the SEISS, we're ready to go to serve, you know, anything up to a few million people immediately. So if that happens, we're ready to go. If it doesn't, we can save self-employed people at this difficult time a lot of effort in submitting their self-assessments. To get customers using a product in the first place, you need to solve a pretty acute pain point, and to get people sharing their banking data readily with a third party, you need to do that too. I think that this has created a world in which almost, particularly in banking and government, where the sort of pieces have been thrown up in the air a bit, and when they land, they might land in a different configuration. And you may get a situation where actually the government starts using open banking more effectively, or encouraging, you know, lenders to use open banking more effectively because they realize the power of that. And all of that will create a positive force towards actually increasing the awareness of it and the acceptance of it as a solution to many problems.